Encionia and the Bearcats. 18-game home win streak, 6th best in the nation. 8 straight wins overall, best in the American. Have the first possession with the home rights.
It's important for the Temple Owls to make sure they deny that inside game of Kyle Washington.
Evans the third. Front for Copain, fire to shoot, floats and hits. Good start. The senior from Midlothian, Virginia, outside Richmond.
Nick Cronin's got to be happy with that. In the ECU game, he went scoreless for the first 14 minutes until Coach Cronin told him to get your head in the game and start scoring.
A lot more the second. Freshman from Washington, D.C. Starting point guard. Passing down low, traveling call on Ernest Aflakpi, the sophomore from Ghana, Africa. Two-time reigning American Conference Coach of the Year, Fran Dunphy. He told us today we've got to make consistent winning plays, decision-making, finish games. He thinks the Owls are better than the record would indicate, just 1-5 in conference play. But this is the same program in November, beat West Virginia and Florida State at Barclays and Brooklyn. Those two teams are top 10 this week.
Well, those two teams only have 2 losses each. One for each.
Washington, tough shot, and a shot clock cycle for Cincinnati. And Evans at third is hobbled a bit. Wincing in pain, having back up court for Cincinnati. Traveling call, wow. Nick Cronin, 11th season at Cincinnati. Told us today his team needs to be more consistent, to score, defend, and be physical in every game, not just some of the time. He did not know the last time they lost at home, which turns out to be against Temple last season. 18 straight home wins since they says, hey, look, I live in a bubble. I just think about the here and now. Not about last year. You buy that?
I think you look at the last game and the next game, and the current game you're going to play. And right now, Temple's on his mind. He'll go to the next game after this game is over. But right now, he's got to be really impressed with the fact that the Bearcats are getting the ball inside to Washington early on in this game.
Jump hook baseline, that was sweet. What a start for the Bearcats.
Against East Carolina, they did not get the ball inside. They did not set solid picks. It was not an offensive performance that Coach Cronin liked.
Copain for Washington, the trailer. Copain, height advantage, the post up on Moore the second, and Evans the third travels.
So important, Rhino, when you're a big guy, to move without the basketball and for your guys to look for you. And that is a beautiful seal by Johnson. Throws it to the right hand, so he's able to catch it and shoot it left-handed right on that baseline.
Shiz Austin Jr., sharpshooter for Temple, but as Steve talked about top of the broadcast, it's about number 0 in black. Obi and Encionia, top scoring rebound for the Owls. Can he get going tonight? Austin up top.
That time, there was a switch. Gary Clark switched from Encionia out to Alston and was not able to recover quick enough on that outside jump shot.
Washington looking for a third straight field goal. This one flat iron. Miss, he's natural lefty. That jump hook with the right hand. Daniel Dingle has been a big key for Temple to shoot when the Owls win. A flop P. Tough handle taken away by Johnson. Here come the Bearcats. Kenneth Johnson in the basket. They can't finish. Shiz Austin, defensive blocks. Encionia trails and dunks for Temple.
That's what Cincinnati doesn't want Encionia to get involved in the game on the interior. He's an outside jump shooter. If you let him get going early in the paint, it's going to only give him a little confidence to shoot that jump shot. Got to stop transition.
Washington misfires, gathers. Clark can't take it home. Aflakpi, the scrap. And a traveling call against Cincinnati, trying to recover that loose ball. Temple have it when we come back to Cincy.
Well, one way to get that offense going is get that ball out in transition, and Encionia getting going early for the Temple Owls. And getting the ball into Washington.
Mick Cronin told us today, it's one of the smartest teams he's had. This is 11th year as head coach at Cincinnati. Most athletic teams, and maybe in terms of teamwork, what he likes, the chemistry, perhaps the best. And as Ali talked about, the addition of Kyle Washington, the transfer from NC State, has made a huge difference.
Well, they're very deep, too. You'll see some guys coming off the bench, young guys that can contribute both offensively and defensively. Very intelligent and understand the scheme that Mick Cronin wants to run.
Back to a complimentary area, picked off by Gary Clark. Dingle is back. Evans a third.
Fran Dunphy talks about how much he likes Gary Clark. He's got old school technique. He plays hard, makes that extra pass. That's a perfect example on the fast break, making that pass for the layup.
Reigning American Conference Defensive Player of the Year. Shows us why.
Another tip ball. Mick Cronin talks about it all the time.
That's good.
Tip ball. He wants 40 deflections in a game. And he said they have never lost when they've had 40 deflections.
Isn't that something?
That was 2 in the last 30 seconds right there.
Justin Jennifer into the game for the first time for Cincinnati. 5 early turnovers for Temple. Clark turns it over, though, for UC. Alston on the move. Floats and hits.
Well, Alston is going to be a good one. Gets into the heart of the defense. After knocking down a 3 earlier, dribble penetrates and goes in against the trees.
Nice meeting with Chris Alston today. He seemed very relaxed. Cool customer despite the struggles Temple has had. Only 1-5 in league play. It's so surprising to see them so low in the standings.
I think that's part of the reason why Fran Dunphy recruits these guys. I mean, they say the right things. They haven't gelled yet. The chemistry's not there. But the seniors are going to have to lead. Daniel Dingle is going to be one of those guys that has to get this team together and put them on his back.
And Shiz said he's going to be a leader only as a sophomore. It's his first key playing time of his career this season for Temple. Here's Dingle right on cue. 10 to shoot. The back down. Evans a third. Kick out. Williams into the game for Temple. Back out and miss. Scrap for Evans a third. Good hustle. Saves to Jennifer. Kevin Johnson. Too strong. Weak side offensive glass. And that's Only.
We've talked about how the Cincinnati Bearcats have to get to the next level. Kevin Johnson's got to shoot a little bit better the last 3 games. He's really been struggling from behind the arc. And also his shooting, his field goal percentage has dropped.
Quick looking shot there from Martin Williams. Turnaround, fade away. A 9-2 Temple run. Look at this. Owls have a lead on number 20 Cincinnati. Bearcats won for the last 7. Cooling down after a great start. Kevin Johnson in the paint. Heel the rim. It's out. Fresh 30 for Cincinnati.
Got to get the ball into Washington. Number 24 is the guy that got him going. There's nobody for Temple right now on the court that can stop him in the low block.
Coming off a double-double against East Carolina on Sunday in Greenville on CBS Sports Network. 16 and 11 for Kyle, his 6th of the year. He's got 6 early points here, and Alston trouble. Dingle dribbles right up his foot out of bounds.
You see, this is a very good play by Williams, taking the defense in and stepping away and shooting the jump shot. But look at Washington. He goes over that right shoulder so well. He's obviously left-handed. It's a strong hand. You got to make sure you know that when you're playing him to get your hand out where he's going to be shooting it. The Bearcats have done a superb job getting the ball inside. 5 field goals on 5 assists. Most of those coming from inside.
Jared Cumberland, super fresh into the game, first time. Trey Scott getting time for the Bearcats as well. Cocaine from the elbow. Scott, offensive rebound. Kick out for Cumberland. He's a fearless long-range shooter as a freshman. Evans a third from Baton Rouge, Louisiana. The sophomore's been a big jump this year in terms of production. 10 to shoot. Steal. Dingle. The run all by himself. It's 1-on-3. He runs into bunnies. And a foul call on Cincinnati. Mick Cronin not pleased.
Well, what happened was there was a dribble drive by the Bearcats, kicking it out to Scott, who's not a 3-point jump shooter. So you have a turnover, and then you compound that the other end. Giving up. Dingle to the basket and get to the free throw line.
Fouls on Cumberland is first. The first foul, the game call. Bigger's got one more. Redshirt senior for the Bucks.
Ron, when you look at this game, both of these teams are very efficient with the ball. They don't turn the basketball over that much, but so far in this game, Temple's got 6 turnovers, and the Bearcats have 4. The efficiency needs to be better on both sides of the ball.
Dingle had 14 points, 8 rebounds. That loss to Tulsa Saturday for Temple. Of course, and that was just a heartbreaker against the Golden Hurricane. Lost by 2 on a last-second leg for Tulsa. Those are the kind of games that just stick with you. And not easy to rebound against the 20th ranked team on the road.
Well, they're home, and they have 4 straight empty possessions to lose that game. You just can't do that. That's where you're looking for that leadership of the seniors.
Clear to shoot. Evans a third from the elbow. Misfires. Williams kept it alive. It's out of bounds off the hands of Trey Scott. Underway from Cincinnati, 1-point game.
This phenomenal. You can sit there and watch the whole thing and see what they're going to do. They did renovations to Nippert Stadium, the football stadium, in the last couple of years. Mike Bone, the athletic director, is very committed to the basketball and football program here. And Nick Cronin's been asking for that. He's staying here. He's a local kid. He's got to get this place fixed up a little bit.
Speaking of kids, the freshman Quentin Rose drives in. Has it rejected, though, by Nasir Brooks, another freshman for Cincinnati with a strong defensive play. Payne runs the show. Clark in the corner. One on the miss on 3.
Quietly, Nasir Brooks, number 33, has been getting better and better every game at 5 blocks against ECU.
How about that? A career best, 5 rejections.
And that's an offensive rebound to keep things going for the Bearcats.
Cumberland, yet another freshman. Can't get a roll. Lowe's defensive glass off for Dingle. Dingle, all those guys got to take over here. Temple's got a shot at a season-saving win tonight. He's a senior. Copane, Evans a third. 2-ball. Everything to go down. And that's your only offensive rebound. Right on the basket here a bit.
Yeah, keep it.
Williams, the senior. Cheers, Alston.
Boy, Alston looks so calm and cool, knocking down that 3-point jump shot. That's one area that Temple has to exploit against the Bearcats.
The 2-point coming off a career best 25 points against Tulsa Saturday in Philly. Over a sophomore. An electrifying talent for Fran Dunphy. Evans a third, up top. Rebound.
You got to give Evans credit. He's missed a couple outside jump shots. He's not stopping. Continuing to throw it up.
31st three for Evans a third. Tops on the team. Steal. Cumberland. Evans a third. Rolls and finishes.
This is what we talked about to Alston. He said, how do you stop the Bearcats? He said, you can't let them go on runs. Right now, they're on a patented run.
7 Temple turnovers have led to 8 Bearcat points. Weave, Shiz Alston Jr. is fouled before he got that shot off.
The Bearcats getting back offensively because of their defense. You can't run between 2 guys. You see Cumberland making the quick pass ahead. That's one thing the freshman does well. Everybody talks about his 3-point jump shot. He's fundamental, gets the ball out on the break very quickly.
The flat field call and a traveling call. On a line there, the second freshman from DC.
That turnover was caused because of all the deflections that the Bearcats have had. You get nervous. You see him coming around. You have, guys that can block shots coming over there. Moore just wanted to get that thing out of his hands very quickly. So it wasn't a deflection, but it caused the turnover.
And Cronin told us Steve talked about 40 deflections in a game, which is hard to track, by the way, statistically for us. But the coach is doing a great defend job. Cumberland lines up a 3 ball.
Cumberland's a really good jump shooter. Dribble drive in the lane. Gary Clark is a big guy, but he drew 2 defenders. Cumberland was wide open.
Clark read that skip pass to Quentin Rose well and deflected out of bounds.
When you sit here, there's these 2 defenders right there. The ball comes over here to Cumberland after the drive. Look at that penetration. 2 guys back off. Cumberland's wide open. That is just a very smart fundamental move. That's why Gary Clark is invaluable to Mick Cronin.
Fran Dunphy's so complimentary of Jaron Cumberland, just a freshman today when we spoke with him, the team's shooting around. He said he makes winning plays, and that's something that Temple just has not done since that tremendous start early in the year, beating the number 7 and 10 teams in the nation in West Virginia and Florida State. Austin up top, that's a long-range 3 for Shiz Austin Jr., his 2nd triple of the game.
That stops the bleeding, Rhino, but that's not what you want on offense. That was just a long jump shot. You can't live and die by that. You got to make sure that you get into offense. They've struggled to get the ball inside.
That ball is kicked by a Flackby. Leading us to a timeout.
Alston, the sophomore, he is the offense for the Temple Owls. 4 for 5 in the first half.
Film meetings, I mean, nothing is circulating around the locker room at all times.
Great motivation. That was Kevin Johnson, had it early in the year, right, Steve?
That was a $7 prop. And the operative words that Allie said were that only after a win. They don't do it after a loss. It doesn't matter.
Foul call against Fran Dunphy's team in Ernest Flackby. Battling for position down low. And that's part of that winning attitude that Coach Dunphy is trying to find. Mick Cronin's found it already here. And trying to sprint, deflections, get that ball post-game, sign it after a win. Well, it's going to be a win if Evans a third gets that much room to shoot. He's got 9 points.
It was interesting what Coach Cronin said about Evans a third. He said, you know, people will get on him because he's not scoring 20 points a game, but this is not your typical Cincinnati Bearcat ball club. This is a deep team with, we talked about, 3-headed monster. Guys that can shoot, guys that can score inside and out.
That's right. Really challenged by 2 Bearcats. Washington, the righty, hooked for about 5 feet too strong.
And then Chioni's got to get going. He only has 2 points. He's only had 2 shots. They got to get him involved in the game.
Bouncing this time to Flackby. Trouble with a handle, but does get a finish.
Well, Flackby doesn't have great hands. That's a fact. But he is very hard worker, and you saw how efficient he was getting it straight to the rim.
Flackby had a career best 11 rebounds the last time these teams met. December 28th in Philly, a 6-point Bearcat win. Well, Payne short, long 3. But scrapping for those offensive rebounds, Steve, that's been a big factor in the first half here.
Well, rebounds and turnovers are the reason why the Bearcats have a 2-point lead.
Bearcats have 5 offensive rebounds. Temple has none at this point. 6. Case in point, Evans a third. How about that hustle for the sophomore? Cumberland third on 3. Step back triple. 7. Another offensive board. It's Gary Clark this time. Let's track that. Forget the deflections.
It's hard to win when you get out rebounded on the offensive glass like they're doing here in the first half.
Temple out 8 is a total rebound stat.
Temple out. They have to find somebody, put them on the back. Right now, the long rebounds aren't helping. Those long shots yield long rebounds, and they're hard to box out.
5 to shoot for Cumberland. The freshman lost the handle. 2 to shoot in the corner. Great defense there for Shiz Austin. And a shot clock violation against Cincinnati.
So they gave up the offensive rebound, but it was a very good defensive possession. You see right here, Austin Jr. right out in front of Cumberland. Cumberland not able to get the shot off as the shot clock wound down.
Look at those numbers, Steve. 15 more field goal attempts in the game for Cincinnati. But it's only a 2-point game.
But you're not going to see a beautiful game when these 2 teams play. Both very good defensive teams traditionally. It's going to come down to a couple things. I think Temple has to get the ball inside.
5 to shoot here for Dingle. Brooks all over him. Dingle passing, a Flackby can't handle it. It's a turnover. 9 first-half turnovers now for Temple.
Dingle had the right idea. You just got to make a better pass.
If you're thinking about a season high, or I guess low, depending how you look at it, for Temple turnovers this year was 19 against West Virginia, but they won that game. This is a team that came back from down 18 against Florida State at Barclays in Brooklyn in the second half and won. Capable of greatness.
Yeah, they were down by 18 with 13 minutes.
Amazing. Evans a third, a long three. Everyone to go off. And that's your only defensive rebound for Temple.
You know, with 5 minutes left to go in this first half, the Owls have got to get some momentum on the offensive end. And Necchionia has to get the ball inside, and they have to establish him. They have not done that yet.
Long way a second for Dingle. Double team. Look at that pressure defense. Needs some help, but bailed out by a push. They're going to be against Brooks.
Well, you just see the Cincinnati Bearcat defense. It gets tighter and tighter, and the crowd starts welling up a little bit. If you're on offense, you have to be under control and know where that next pass is going to go. Williams coming in for Necchionia. So far, he has really not been a factor in Necchionia in this game.
14 of 17. Bearcats' opponents have been held under 70 points, and we're headed that way again. This is a very stifling, tough defense.
And their defense is really good, but this year their offense, it wouldn't show it tonight, but their offense is so much better this year than it's been in any one of the years that Coach Cronin's been coaching here.
In the American Conference, 47.5% shooting from the floor for the year for Mick Cronin's team. A bit of a struggle tonight with that. They are only not at 28, 22%. 7 to shoot. Seymour knows it. 5 to shoot.
Too much good one. Too much good one.
Through traffic. Brooks got a piece of it. Play resumes here. Right for the hammer to bring the house down. Foul called. And the sophomore from Louisiana shoots 2.
Well, this was a bad offensive series that leads to a run out. And there Evans taking it to the basket. You know, that's a bad possession on the offensive end by the Temple Owls.
11 points, 4 rebounds, 4 of 11 shooting for Evans. First time these teams met in December. Has one more. Weeknights at 6 Eastern. Host Adam Shine gives you his take on everything happening in sports on and off the field. Time to shine only on the 24-hour home of CBS Sports.
Rhino Temple, we talked to Fran Dunphy today. He said, listen, sometimes at the end of a shot clock, when it's running down, sometimes you just need to eat it because it's going to turn into a break. That was a perfect example last time down when Moore took it in the heart of the defense. There was nobody back, and Cincinnati got a run out. You're only down 4 points right now, but you got to establish some momentum on the offensive end if you're the Temple Owls.
Shoes Alston. Not this time. Long rebound, Clark and Copain battle for it. Evans a third. Talk about a big leap he's made. 16 times. Double three is up high for the stuff. Nasir Brooks with the hammer.
It's nice to have a 3-year starting point guard that can run the show like Troy Copain. That was set up from the bench. And it was a good recognition by Copain.
And that's your eyes. Good finish. It was on the other end. Second field goal for the top scorer for Temple.
He's got to get the ball more to him. There's a couple times they don't even look at him down at the other end. You have to get Necchionia in the game.
The second. Disadvantage here in the post-up try for Copain. 6 to shoot. Step back. Here's Alston. Defensive rebound for Temple. Here come the Owls. Dingle finally lumbering shot is fouled on the way to the basket. Shoots 2 when we come back. But some fireworks here in Cincinnati. Nasir Brooks, freshman from Philly, Up high for the stuff from Troy Copane. But Obi Necchionia, top scorer rebounder for Temple, has an answer.
Was involved.
Isn't that great, Allie? They had pizza and a dance party after they put the projects together. And Coach Dunphy organizing that event just a couple blocks from the Temple campus.
Well, you know, I think the three of us, we spent a lot of time on the road talking to coaches like Fran Dunphy. He's really a throwback. I mean, this is a guy who's very intelligent. Basketball is part of his way of teaching kids about life. He's not one of these coaches that believes in entitlement. He says, you guys really have an opportunity here, and you better appreciate it. What a great guy.
Dingle hits the second. Coach Dunphy, 8th year teaching at Temple's prestigious Fox School of Business. The all-time greats in college basketball coaching, and a legend in the Big Five in Philly.
There's not many teachers that teach like he does. He teaches his kids all week, and then they take their test in front of 11,500.
Copane has an A on that test as he drives in and scores 2.
Bearcats have been sharing the basketball, and that's another difference. They have 11 assists, 11 baskets, 11 assists, and Temple still is not at they only have 2 assists in the first half here.
Nice response from Mark Williams. Senior from Cleveland up top. Has a long-range 3. It's only his 6th 3-ball of the season. First half here in Cincinnati.
Temple has to really do a good job here. Make sure that the Bearcats don't get an outside 3. Because this is when they go on the runs right before half. They're very, very good at taking advantage of defenses.
5th Bearcat turnover as Johnson walks. And Jaron Cumberland will come into the next dead ball for Cincinnati.
When you look at the stats and the game summary for this game, you can't believe that the Temple Owls have a chance actually taking the lead.
Post up and a finish for Williams.
It's just a beautiful over-the-top pass.
He got too deep on the defense, didn't he?
Absolutely. That was a good look and a good seal.
7 for Mark Williams off the Temple bench. He averages 4.7 points a game. Maybe he's the guy who steps up in a huge game tonight for Temple.
He's not a defensive player, but that's all they need him for is to get some points.
On a tennis shoot. Evans a third. Post up on Dingle. Really tough shot. There's James who's got it. Intercepted. Austin Jr. Right up the Rose. Rose, a freshman from Rochester, New York. And Mick Cronin wants a timeout with 20.8 seconds to go in our first half. And how about Temple? Up 2 on the 20th ranked team of the nation. The Temple beat FSU and West Virginia in the top 10 playing tonight. We are seeing, at least at times, little flashes that Temple is a team that can compete with anybody.
Temple's given the Bearcats a little bit of their own medicine. Typically, the Bearcats were around towards the end of the first half. Temple was 7-1 in the last 129.
5 seconds for Clark. Baseline, really tough shot, way strong. Rose the rebound. Three-quarters foot shot is on top of the backboard. And that's that for the opening 20. Temple has a 2-point lead on number 20, Cincinnati. Fran Dunphy and company off to the great start. Mick Cronin had told us during the shoot-around today he knew this would be a tough game for his team tonight.
Temple's defense has been outstanding the last 5 minutes. Nothing easy for the Bearcats in the paint.
Shiz Alston Jr. has got 10 points to lead the way for Fran Dunphy, now joined by Ellie.
Coach, despite the 9 turnovers, how did you get back in this game and take the lead before the half?
Well, Sean Austin made, I think, 3 pretty big 3 shots for us. I thought our defense was pretty good. We gave up a couple of easy baskets, some of it off of those turnovers, which we got to stop that for sure. We got hurt a little bit on offensive rebounds. To answer your question, Al, I'm not sure. I'm glad we're ahead. we made some big shots.
What do you hope sets you apart in the second half?
Well, we can't give up too many second chance opportunities. We got to take care of the basketball, and again, I'm hoping that our defense holds true.
Thanks, Coach.
Thanks.
Allie, Coach Dunphy, thanks. Remember, Allie, that last year, Temple able to sweep Cincinnati 2 regular season games. The 18-game win streak is on the line tonight at home. The last time they lost by 7 to Temple. A year ago, that's tipped out of bounds. Another deflection. As we talked about with Mick Cronin, he and his staff tracked that so closely to start. Fran Dunphy clearly had envisioned. How about that priceless reaction by the Philly Hall of Fame coach?
That's how he would look at me if he had me in class. Wow. I tell you, this is Mick Cronin and Fran Dunphy know each other so well. I mean, they could go to each other's practices. You're going to still, it's going to be a battle. And that's what you're going to get here this evening.
Great rebound. Feeds Johnson for 2.
Another offensive rebound for the Cincinnati Bearcats. That's really keeping them in this game.
Alton in the corner for Echonia. That's a deep 3.
You have to go out and get on Alston because he's knocking down the 3 ball. He draws the defense and kicks it.
46 triples on the year for Obi and Echonia, top on the Temple roster. Washington the back end. The and one for Kyle Washington.
You get the ball inside, same way they started the game, getting the ball into Washington over that right shoulder. That's exactly what you have to do if you're the Bearcats.
Our college basketball insider John Rothstein calls Kyle Washington one of the top 20 impact national transfers this year. Gotta agree with John Rothstein on that.
I agree with John Rothstein on a lot of things. I think that the neat thing about Washington is he was a guy that came off the bench for NC State. He's got to get used to playing in a starting role. And I think a lot of times he looks over the bench in the beginning of the year. Am I coming out? I only have a certain amount of time. He settled into this offense for the Cincinnati Bearcats.
A reserve at NC State in the ACC. Now a key component for the 20th ranked Bearcats. As Mick Cronin told us, he's our 3rd or 4th hitter. He's a cleanup guy now for us. Not a pinch hitter. There's an Echonia loose left low block for the flush.
Extra passes have been the key here. Beautiful pick and roll.
Propane at the rim. Clark has range. Lost it to Dingle. Doesn't see the numbers. Slows up a bit. Kick out. Moore the second off the glass. And Lonnie Moore has his first bucket.
This second half, that's better ball movement than Temple had in the whole first half. The extra passing, freeing up guys, slipping the screens and getting to the basket. Really playing fundamental offense here the second half.
Evans a 3rd. Another way in scoring for the Bearcats first half. This time for Washington.
Well, you had 2 guys on him. That's the one you kick out for the step-in jump shot. You have to read that defense. If they double, kick it out. Do not take it strong.
Flat P for Dingle. 10 to shoot for the senior for the Bronx. Long-range shot. Short this time. And Washington defensive glass.
Bad pass.
Alston with that. 2-on-1 with Moore. Alston floats and finishes. Shiz Alston Jr.
That was a lackadaisical pass up court. There was no pressure defense. Looked like Aaron Rodgers Hail Mary pass. It just came out and picked it off.
Largest lead of the night for Temple. Johnson responds with a 3.
Good sign for the Bearcats. Kevin Johnson is a really good three-point shooter. In the last 3 games, he's 7 for 29. He's really struggling shooting it. They've got to get him in rhythm, and that may help out.
A flat beat, tough. Catching traffic. Washington the rejection.
They need to go back inside to Washington again.
Good hands. Shiz Alston Jr. again. His second steal of this half. Out of end. Not this time. A Flackby rebound. Should have gone straight up with it.
The last 2 times he should have gone straight up with it, but Venezia is a good shooter. Nobody comes out on right now. The Cincinnati Bearcats have not come out of the tunnel with that adrenaline they had in the first half.
15th time this year, Neccioni into double figures. Washington for Clark, and he's bumped, leading us to a break.
Temple Owls got offense out of Austin in the first half, and now it's Austin in the second half on the defensive end. Lazy pass and an easy 2 for Austin Jr. Josh Brown went down, was the point guard. Very good player, very solid facilitator. Can Austin Jr. step into that role? And it's been tough. He's doing a yeoman's job here this evening.
Copain in the paint. Breaks and hits.
Now you talk about having leadership. Copain right out of timeout gets a little harder defense. All these times when the coaching staff says, you've got to take over this game and run this team on the court. And he did it right well.
Josh Brown, the Achilles injury, is not returning. Only 5 games on the line. Putting an off-season scrimmage. I just lost out of bounds there, but stays with Temple. And Fred Duffy told us today, we need a guy like a Troy Copain to take over games late and help us win. And Josh Brown would be our Troy Copain.
That hurts when you lose a leader like that.
Same sideline.
That was 9 on the shot clock. They make sure to be careful. Get no shot off.
Dingle in trouble baseline. 2 to shoot. Here's Austin does another. Did get that shot off. Play continues. Here's Copain. Back to back jacks. Troy Copain in the lane.
I think if you're Mick Cronin, you wonder, why do I have to call timeout to get Copain to do that? Troy Copain is the leader. I think that there's so many good guys on this team. Sometimes he takes a back seat offensively. He is very talented. Back-to-back plays for the senior.
Bearcats have hit 4 of the last 5. Out of 10 to shoot for Austin. Dingle with 5 to shoot. Long range 3. Daniel Dingle, his first 3 ball of the game and 33rd of the year.
That's a huge answer because it gets the crowd back out of this game. The crowd was starting to take control again.
Washington answers. How to stop that?
Well, you wonder why it doesn't go in there every time. And I think that the timeout, I think Coach Cronin and this player said, I don't want outside jump shots. I want that ball in the paint. I don't want you to pound it there because that's where we have the advantage.
Foul call, a Flackby bump on the baseline, and the Bearcats guilty of a foul.
Daniel Dingle, 38% three-point shooter, really answers the Bearcats. And then exactly what the game plan was. Get the ball in the paint. Washington going strong.
Kyle takes a seat for him.
On Temple, I go back inside again. Venezia in the ball game against the freshman.
On cue, Venezia lost it. Coming back over, solid defense for Nasir Brooks.
So that's why Mick Cronin is so high on Nasir Brooks. His footwork, keeping Venezia, who's a very skilled player on the perimeter, away from the basket and causing a turnover. Temple coming close to their season average for turnovers.
Cumberland, the take. Bold move for the freshman and a foul call.
Cumberland's known as a three-point shooter, so you saw Alston, look at it, reminding of the scouting report goes out on him. The weak side defense doesn't get over there quick enough.
Now Flackby picked up his 3rd. 2 shots for Cumberland. How about some more John Rothstein love? He says that Jared Cumberland, one of the top 20 nationally under the radar freshmen. and recruits heading into this season for Cincinnati. I got to agree with him again.
He really
big
was,
impact.
He was big in the first Temple game. Knocked down a couple threes. I mean, Coach Duffy talked about not only is he a good shooter, but he's a heady player. Always seeing the court so well. He's also a very good defender.
Four-star recruit.
Played here locally, played in Wilmington.
Not far away from here. Half-court drive. Williams for Dingle.
Big defensive possession for the Bearcats.
7 to shoot. Austin steps back. Wow. This is everything. Dingle on the baseline. Would have been a shot clock violation anyway. And it's right back to Cincinnati. That's solid Bearcat defense.
Very good possession for the Bearcats. Good on-the-ball defense. Not a lot of movement by Temple, but running the shot clock out, that should be a goal. If you can get a couple of those a game, that's really good half-court defense.
The crowd told us today, watch Troy Copain to put his foot on the gas. And this is senior season. Take over at times. Tries on that possession. Misfires long-range jump. Alani Moore, the second. Kick out. Williams up top. Rebound for Copain. Evans the third. The run out. Tries a reverse layup. Lencioni got in his way. Bothered him enough to cause the miss. It stays with the Bearcats.
That's one of those things. Jacob Evans is a very good penetrator to the basket, but I would like him to bring that ball around and swing it, because that was not a good fast break. He was not open. Get it back and see if he can get something open on the fast break.
That was open. Trace got the inbounds play. Perfect for Cincinnati's first bucket of the game. The redshirt freshman from Marion, Georgia. Our sixth lead change tonight in this back and forth American Conference matchup. Been a good one. Dingle. Double team. Williams the kickoff. Short on three. Look at Dingle battle. And deserves that trip to the free throw line. Free throws coming up for Temple. Tight game from Cincinnati. Bearcats by 2. Co-defensive coordinator, Ohio State won 1 college football national championship. Assistant Urban Meyer made the college football playoff this year. Before falling to Clemson in the national semifinals. Great hire for the Bearcats.
Has 6 kids, really deciding to recruit Ohio in the tri-state area. I think that's smart for the Cincinnati Bearcats. Great program here. Updated Nippert Stadium, and they're going to do, as we've talked about all night, the same thing with the Fifth Third Arena.
Dingle. First free throw rattles out. Daniel trying to defend Sterling Taplin. Very end of the game Saturday in Philly for Fran Dunphy against Tulsa. Just couldn't match up with a quick guard for the Golden Hurricane. That was a game-winning shot with about 3 seconds to go. Just a heartbreaker for Temple. Can they win tonight? This would be a huge victory for them.
Well, somebody's going to have to step up. So far, it's been Alston Jr. The Bearcats now in the second half. They were 11 for 33 in the first half. Second half, they're 7 for 11 and 12 more points in the paint. So their game plan is to get the ball inside, and so far it's working here in the second half.
Washington with 7 to shoot. The lefty floats and hits.
So far, the guys in the second half, 2 of the 3 of the three-headed monster taking over this game for the Bearcats on the offensive end. Copain and Washington.
Cumberland and Anechi-Onya tangle. And the freshman, the guilty party.
Washington's so hard to guard when it's man-to-man. And Anechi-Onya's good, solid defense, but he's left-handed. He stopped. Shot that jump shot right in Anechi-Onya's face.
13th double-figure scoring game for Washington this year. Trying to call Anechi-Onya. Got caught there with Clark a little bit. And walks, key turnover. 13 for Temple in the game.
What did Fran Dunphy say? We cannot have 16 turnovers. We can win this game if we keep it at 9. So far 12.
Yeah, it is 12.
They had 16 in the first meeting.
Williams the overplay. And commits the foul.
Well, Williams is not the best defensive player, but he kept on pushing Washington out. The new rules, you can't have your hands on the back. That arm bar is going away.
Inbound play. Easy two for Clark.
Sam Dunphy's going to be really upset with that. That's back-to-back out-of-bounds plays for easy buckets. Not even a dribble. Both have been easy catch-and-shoot layups.
First basket of the night for Gary Clark. Average more than 10 again coming in. Shiz Alston Jr. challenges and earns a trip to the free throw line to shoot two.
Ball you man. You always have to know where the ball is. You see right there, and Encioni didn't even know where the ball was, so he threw it up to Clark for an easy two. That's an old grade school move. The guy's
worked out pretty well.
If the guy's not
only but a goodie.
You don't know when the guy's passing it, and you only see your man. You're in trouble.
Alston's first free throw attempt of the night has 12 points. Now make it 13. By tonight, 8:30 Eastern, we hit the ice. College hockey matchup of perennial powers before Minnesota Duluth takes on the defending national champions, 8th-ranked North Dakota Only on the 24-hour home of CBS Sports. Couple free throws for Shiz Alston Jr. Guy played at Temple. A fantastic year. His first season as a key player for the Owls. Josh Brown still out. Achilles injury. No known date for his return. Johnson.
So that's how this offense works. You pound it inside, you pound it inside. Then you have guys dropping the level of the ball, and then they hit the outside jump shot. That's why this Bearcat team is one of the best teams in the country.
What a response for Shiz Alston Jr. It's his third three of the game. Give him 17 points. And he broke a streak of about 4.5 minutes for Temple without a field goal. That was big.
How nice was to hear Alston talking about the guys that he really watched growing up were guys that played at Temple. Aaron McKee, who's now an assistant coach.
Sees him every day. Isn't that cool?
Yeah.
Talk about a great role model. He's your assistant coach. Foul call against Temple off the ball. It's going to be Wolves again.
Another arm ball. You got to keep your arm off of him. They're looking at that. You have to use your legs, not your arm. But you'll see right now, somebody loses Kevin Johnson and gives him a wide open three. And how about Alston Jr.? You can't leave the ball. You can't leave the jump shooter. Washington leaves him. He gets an easy three.
Inbounds play works again. We've seen a few different inbound sets. Run of perfection by Mick Miller in Cincinnati. And with the last 5 field goals, 2 straight for Johnson. He's in the double figures. Lead at 5. Alston Jr. Can he respond again? You better believe it. There's a long three for Shiz Alston Jr. He's got 20 and 4 threes in the game.
The offense on both sides picking up here. Kevin Johnson was scoreless in the first half. Coming out on fire here in the second.
Clark bouncing to Washington.
A lot of tools this Bearcat team has, and Encioni gets him from behind on that ticky-tack foul, but Washington strong to the basket, and you can see the exclamation point afterwards. He's excited about that shot, and I think that right now this Bearcat team needs to continue pounding it in the paint.
Fouls on Encioni, his second. Washington completes a 3-point play. What a weapon he's been. A 17-rebound game against Penn State, most ever in the Nick Cohn era for one of his Bearcats. That says a lot. He's had some great rebounders. It is now 11 years as a coach. Rowe is the freshman off the bench for Temple. He's instant offense anytime Quentin Rose comes to the game.
And that's important. That stops the run. And you have to, if you're Temple, you have to continue getting that offense going. Right now, Washington's out of the game for the Bearcats, so Temple has to make sure they don't give up that outside jump shot.
Couple of fellow Frosh, baseline. Clark on Encioni. 10 to shoot for Copain. The senior. With the round. Count it. Plus the foul. Troy Copain. Strong move.
He came ready to play here this second half. Gets in against the much bigger Necchionia. Uses the left hand after he leans in with the right. That is a playground move to perfection. And you are strong on that move, Troy Copain.
Double figures for the senior from Midlothian, Virginia.
Nick Cronin is imploring his team to extend that defense, stretch that defense out a little bit. Make sure that Olsen doesn't get another three.
Which he did. Back iron miss over the back rows. Nice position. And a foul call on Cincinnati. Close one for the Queen City. 6-point Bearcat lead. At about 2:15. Practice generally is at 3 o'clock on non-game days, travel days. And Cal said, you know, I like to be in the gym at least an hour before the practice. Just practice. Foul call. That's dedication. That's what Nick Cronin loves about Kyle Washington.
He's always in the gym 45 minutes ahead of time, and you'll see pretty good defense right here. I don't comment on officiating. Pretty good defense right there.
Mike Stewart, Lee Castle, Byron Jarrett are on-court officiating crew here tonight.
Big possession for the Temple Owls. I think they really have to exploit not having Washington in the game, and they're going to get Cumberland on the hold.
On to Necchione, and Necchione is a handful defensively for Jaron Cumberland there.
Yeah, he's a big kid. He's 6'10", going against Cumberland at 6'5". That was good help by Kevin Johnson coming in the back, but a little bit late. You're going to need help on the big fella down low, Necchione.
1-1 for Obi here. Virginia from Springfield, Virginia. Shoots 73% on the season. Big miss. Bearcat ball. Cannot miss those free throws, Steve, on the road to the league game.
Especially when you're playing against a team that is as good offensively as the Bearcats.
Copain gets in the corner. Johnson. Temple shot 61% from the floor in the first half. And the flip script for Cincinnati in the second. Blistering numbers here.
Yeah, the inside offense has worked well for them. Washington still on the bench, getting a little bit of a break.
That's right, under 5 to shoot. Baseline, spins, tough shot. Cumberland weak side, defensive rebound.
Necchione is having troubles against the Bearcat defense. They're pushing him away and making him fade away with that jump shot. He's got to take that strong to the basket. He can't fade away at 6'10".
There's a third up top. It's a two.
Temple is teetering on the brink of getting blown out right now. This was a lot closer game than the score would indicate. Need a bucket here.
A lot more amongst the trees. Dingle can't connect on a three. And Clark has the rebound and is fouled.
That's a beautiful step-in three opportunity by Dingle. Just wasn't able to knock it down. The second half has been all Cincinnati Bearcats, both offensively and defensively.
78% shooting in the second half after a pretty good first half, and 53% now for the game.
Now there's 6 minutes left. They have 20 points in the paint. They only had 14 points in the paint in the first half. You know, Mick Cronin talks about, yeah, you really don't need the coaches out here. We can help out, but clearly in this going to the locker room, Mick Cronin talking to his team about what he wants them to run, and he's got these guys fired up, getting that ball in the paint.
The lead continues to expand here. Can Rose stop the bleeding? The ball on Cumberland.
So the ball was a stick.
The rejection on that, that was spectacular. Rose launches a three and connects.
The ball is sticking here in the second half. First half, it moved fluidly around the perimeter. That time, Rose had an open shot because it was a deflected ball and nobody was able to recover to it. Quick ball movement will get you those shots.
Clark rolls from the top of the key. Feeds Johnson, baseline. 1 second half. Kevin Johnson has had the 15 points in the game. Not a factor at all the first 20 minutes. And it's come away from the second half tonight.
And he's the main reason for that 12-3 run. But I'll tell you, instead of shooting a three, he pump faked and got inside the three-point line. Really smart play by 25.
Bearcats have made 10 straight field goals. On fire. Wow, Angione away short. Jump hook with the left. Gets nothing. Here's Copain.
There's another factor in this game. Temple plays about 7 guys. The Bearcats can go 5 deep on that bench. And I'll tell you, they just put somebody else in who's bigger and stronger.
Copain had that one rejected. Second. Lost it. Kicks out for Rose. Not close on the three. She's off to Judy. Overplay, nice steal and layup.
You know, Mick Cronin will watch this film and say, what are you guys doing when you're passing the ball? I mean, first of all, the guy's got to come back, but stop throwing that lob pass up in the air. It's really lackadaisical, and it's going to help Temple get back in this game.
Timeout. Alston Jr., 22 points. The lead all scorers tonight after his 25 against Tulsa Saturday, a career high. But he's been watching Kevin Johnson and company on fire for Cincinnati. They just can't miss right now. Had a 15-game win streak, so I'd love to at least equal that. And he's helping almost single-handedly in the second half get to 9 straight wins for Cincinnati. Rose, nice overplay. Freshman to steal. Goaltend call. On average a third, so count 2 for Quentin Rose.
There's 3 passes that have led to opportunities or scores because they've been lazy passes. That was a lazy pass by Troy Cobain. You have to make sure when you got to leave, you're at home, and you have a team on the road, but you got to take care of the basketball.
Great look for that too. Clearly goaltend call Evans a third. And he's fouled by Angione on the other end. That's his 4th.
When I look at this Cincinnati offense, 2 guys stick out in my mind. Gary Clark and Troy Copain, both of them distributing the basketball. Bearcats have 22 assists. 27 baskets, 8 assists for Gary Clark, and 7 for Troy Copain. I think that's why Fran Dunphy really likes both of these guys.
Mick Cronin sure likes him.
Mick Cronin likes him. You know, when the opposing coach comes in and talks to you about it, tells you how much he enjoys watching him play.
He was so complimentary of Cincinnati's team.
Oh, Mutual Admiration Society, both, you know, what Mick Cronin has done here in his time here. And Dunphy, a Hall of Fame coach.
There's time for the L's. Think of the back in. Temple needs something here. Foul call. Johnson.
You're not allowed to put your arm on him. And the ref is talking right now. You can't put your arm on him. Watch right down below. See the arm right there, the hand on him. You're not allowed to do that anymore. The NCAA has said, we're not allowing you to restrict guys.
Freedom of movement.
You have to have freedom of movement.
That's the emphasis from officials this year, so it sends Diggle to the free throw line. Playing 1-1.
But they've called it both ways. I mean, they've been very consistent. These officials in the first half, they got Williams a couple times down low on Washington with the armbar low.
Dingle 8 points. He's gone from 4.5 points last year to 12 plus this season. Hits 2 big free throws for Temple.
A little token pressure by Alston Jr.
Down to 7.
And they're going to call the armbar the other way. They missed it right in front of Coach Cronin, and he was not happy about it. I don't mind consistency, as long as everybody knows what the rules of the game are. You see, the hand on there, you cannot do that. They want that freedom of movement.
About promoting, creating more offense.
And it's helped. I mean, look at the scores. I mean, the scoring averages are way up.
One more for Troy Copain. 12 points for Troy tonight. His 5th all-time in Bearcat history. Assists. 430 entering play tonight. Hits 2. No good guys, one of the all-time greats here.
Yeah, he's 3 rebounds and 3 assists shy of a triple-double. He's doing it all for the Bearcats. There's 3 minutes left. You got to get something going quicker.
Dingle gets physical with Johnson, but lost the handle on the way to the basket.
I think you have to start thinking whether you want to foul with 3 minutes left. And they're going to call a walk on Copain.
Great pressure from Dingle. 12 turnovers apiece now tonight.
Yeah, I think Temple has to get into the heart of the defense and maybe have somebody step in for a jump shot. You've got to get going to the basket.
Rose, the freshman, just couldn't find a clean handle through the paint. Austin Jr. and Dingle. Temple needs it. Dingle throws a 3. And we've got ourselves a ball game. 2:23 to go in the second half. 6-point UC lead.
Full court pressure now by the Owls.
Clark needs help.
Now Cincinnati, right now it's only a 2-possession game. You need to score. Washington on the bench. You got to get the ball in Clark's hands. He's a great passer, so he's a dual threat.
Evans the third, bounces to Clark. Couple pump fakes. Gary Clark.
Jacob Evans is on the perimeter. He's so explosive offensively. Everybody comes out to help out on him, and he makes a very good pass inside to Clark. That's just what the doctor ordered for the Bearcats.
And Obi and Etchionia, a partner, is foul out. With 2:01 to go here in the second half.
UC Bearcats have held 14 of their 17 opponents under 70. With 2 minutes left, the Owls have 65.
11 points, 4 boards for an Etchionia done for the night. Clark, 3-point play. That's big. He and Johnson have really come alive scoreless for each of the first half for Cincy. Had a great second half. Rose lost it. Cumberland finds it in the corner.
It's the second time Rose has lost the ball going to the basket. I don't know if he was out of control or he's got sweat on his hands, but that's 2 bad turnovers, and they need scores.
Copain. Foul.
And with 1:32 to play, at Temple, if you're going to foul, you want to foul early in the shot clock because you got to get that ball back. And now Cincinnati was able to run it down to 13 seconds on that shot clock.
One more for Troy Copain, preseason co-player of the year in the American Conference, along with Dietrich Lawson of Memphis. First preseason player of the year at Cincinnati since Steve Logan back in 01-02, and those are the Conference USA days.
How about the Cincinnati Bearcats in back-to-back games really shooting the free throws well? They're not a very good free throw shooting team, but they're 12 for 12 here this evening.
That was 12 made free throws a game. Shoot 65% of the year coming in. You're right, been a big factor, especially in the second half. Austin Jr. dials up another three. 5 threes in the game for Schnitz. He's equal his career highs at his last game. 25 points. Big numbers.
The Bearcats with 23 assists. They got to foul quickly if you're Temple. You can't allow the clock to run down.
No foul yet. Copain across the timeline. One foul. Less than a minute to go in regulation. Copain skipping it. Johnson. Three-point lines up. Clark with a hustle. What a play by Clark. Off the legs of Williams. And the Bearcats keep it.
Tell you what, Clark, 8 assists, 7 rebounds, and none bigger than this rebound right here on the offensive boards.
Foul on Rose.
I'm not sure. I think I would have fouled a lot sooner when there was a minute 15 left. Because, you know, I've seen games this year. I saw the New Mexico-Nevada game. I don't know if you saw that. And 11-point lead. You come back and win in overtime. So anything going to happen with that three ball.
Evans a third. Does not get through on the second.
The bad thing right now for Temple is they have no timeouts. So they need a quick score
and a quick foul. Rose in the corner.
And foul before the ball comes in. You get 34 seconds. Time's a wasting.
There's a foul from Dingle.
So that's about 20 seconds that they've lost. As far as not fouling soon enough. I understand you want to try to get in the half court, try to trap him, see if you can keep him over half court, but it hasn't worked. Now Copain back to the free throw line.
Only 30.7 for Fran Dunphy. Possibly down 8. Copain gets the roll.
The Bearcats are doing a great job shooting the free throws. 18 of 20 on the evening. How about that?
Blister for the line. Nice response. On the second, his first 3 of the game. And a foul call in the backcourt.
If you had those 20 seconds back, I mean, it's a 2-possession game right now. I mean,
it's their personal foul.
And this is what you want if you're Temple. The way the Bearcats have shot the free throws in the past, but they haven't been great. But tonight, they have been spot on.
Wow, 90%. 18 of 20 for the game, as Steve talked about. Johnson has one more.
This one's still going to make it a 2-possession game if it goes down. Once again, Temple with no timeouts.
16 points for Johnson. Shot clock turned off. Dingle. Way short. Copain the rebound. Free throws coming up. And Cincinnati on the verge of winning its 9th straight game and starting a perfect 6-0 in the American Conference this year.
And I'm sure that the coaches, Mick Cronin, will not be happy about this win. But, you know, I look at this conference and how tough it is. SMU is a very good team. They come in here, the Bearcats get a 2-point win. They go on the road to ECU, eke one out. It was an ugly game. And then play arguably a team that I wouldn't want to play later in the year, Temple Owls. and dismantle them here in the second half.
One or two for Propane. Final moments. Williams with 7 seconds left. Dingle launches a three. Short, Cumberland rebound, and that is that. Bearcats 6-0 in the conference. 9 straight wins and 19 straight at home. 6th best in the nation. Kansas the leader, 52 straight in Lawrence. 81-74 the final. More coming up from Fifth Third Arena on the Cincinnati campus. It's been the story with Temple. They've come close. They just can't finish. They're now 1-6 in the league.